Right. All right. Look like we are live. We are live. We are ready to go. We are in this thing. We are about to do a little bit of talking real quick. Uh, let's see. All right. There we go. So I hear my audio over there. So it sounds like we're good. Yeah. Sound like we're good to go. Um, we're definitely going to be talking about a few things today. Uh, Doom the Dark Ages, talk about some Capcom Fighting Collection. And we're going to talk about the turnaround in gaming. Seems like gaming is doing really good for the past few weeks. Based on some of the games I've been playing per se. And I know a lot of other people may think otherwise, but I think you're in a pretty good space of gaming with at least let's say half a dozen games you can play right now. So it's a really good time actually. So hopefully that we'll have a pretty solid, stream. Have some people come up in here and comment back and forth, give thoughts and opinions. I think that's really neat. I want to let people know, I'm also live on Twitch. I can put my Twitch channel in the chat. My Twitch channel in the chat for the people that's over there on YouTube. If you want to go over there, that's going to be the Twitch channel right there. Also, I want to go live on Rumble, but I don't know if that's going to be a thing until I get more followers. I think I need more followers on Rumble to actually become, for that become a thing. And I could go live on my Facebook gaming channel. I haven't used my Facebook in a minute. So let me see. Oh, that video never showed up. Okay, so I'll just put this up, copy. And this will be the Rumble channel. If anybody wants to go over there on Rumble, and that'll be pretty cool. But other than that, we are going to get into this. I'm gonna wait for about another maybe minute or so. I am eating my oatmeal this morning, so that give me a chance to go ahead and get that out of the way, and then we'll jump on our stream for the day. I will say this: last night, not the chat, but the stream last night was really good. That was a really dope stream. Really enjoyed everybody who came through. We played some Capcom Fighting Collection, and that was really, really fun. Shanakuma had me in the chokehold, and I didn't know how I was gonna be able to beat him, but I ended up beating him. But that was not easy, but it was fun at the same time. It was really fun. Also had a chance to play uh, Capcom vs SNK 1 and 2. Also played a little bit of what was the other game I played? Uh, not Power Stone, but Project Justice. Played some Project Justice, so that was pretty neat as well. And I think the actual collection is good. So we're going to talk about the collection as well. We're also going to get into Doom Dark Ages. I started that game this week, and I think this is a really good game. I've seen a lot of people playing it. A lot of people actually having fun playing the game. Haven't heard anything bad about it, but one thing I will say, the game is not really selling like I thought it would. But maybe it's on is on brand, because I don't think Doom was one of these big selling games. I mean, what, Doom 16 was selling pretty good. Doom Eternal, what about that? Was that selling pretty good? I don't know. I can't remember. I don't follow sales like that. All I need to know, if the game is good, I'll play it. If it's not good, I won't play it. So I don't know too much about that, but we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. Hopefully everybody's having a good morning so far. It is pretty much a good morning. So it was raining earlier. It is 17th of May, and we're going through the year. 2025 is moving by pretty fast. Yeah, Star Gladiator. I haven't played that game yet, man. I played Star Gladiator maybe like once in my entire life when it was on a Dreamcast. I think a friend of mine had it back then. It's called Plasma Sword. It's called Plasma Sword over here in the States. And I played it like once, and I never really got into it. So I don't know too much about it, but I will be playing it. I'm going to try it out. And if everything goes well with that, I definitely will be streaming that at some point. But yeah, that's probably going to be a move that I'm going to do, because I want to try every game that I have that's on the Capcom Fighting Collection. Well, I'm gonna get into Doom: The Dark Ages second. I'm gonna talk about this collection. This collection is a really solid collection. It's a very good one. It's probably one of the best ones that they put out. I don't know. The Marvel collection is good too, but I will say that this collection is actually, is up there with it. It may be even better than it. You get Capcom vs SNK Pro, you get Capcom vs SNK 2, you get Plasma Sword and Star Gladiator, you get Capcom Fighting Jam, or what is it? Capcom. I don't know. I don't even like the game. I have the game physical, but I don't too much care for the game. But I'll call it Capcom Fighting Jam. That's what it's called in the States. I mean, in Japan. You also get Power Stone 1 and 2, and you also, I think that's it. Oh no, you get Project Justice, which is Rival Schools 2. And I've been playing a lot of the fighting games. Oh, I missed another one. You get Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper. You get those games, and I basically been playing mostly the Street Fighter style games. Capcom vs SNK 1 and 2, Capcom vs SNK Pro. You also get to play the Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper. I've been playing most of those more than anything. And like I said, this collection is very solid. They're basically arcade versions of these games. I've never played the arcade version of SNK Pro, so that was like new to me to play that one, because I got it on Dreamcast, and I basically been playing it on the Dreamcast pretty much my entire existence of playing games. I never really even knew it was an arcade version. So you got that, and then you got Capcom vs SNK 2, which everybody played that in arcade if you've been in an arcade. But even in arcades, the first game was just on the arcade cabinet. The pro version wasn't. So we here in the States, we only got the first one and the second one. Everybody that I know who played a fighting game has played Street Fighter Alpha 3. Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper is on. You can play that game on the in the beginning when I first heard about the game, you could play it on the Street Fighter Anthology for the PS2. Hold on, let me see if I can get these games. Hold on. Let me see. There is have Plasma Sword or anything like that. That's the ones I have. All right, so I have most of these games on Dreamcast. I also have one of these games on Xbox as well. Matter of fact, I'll get those too. What is it? Oh, I should have came prepared. Where is it? Evolution. Evolution. Where is that? No, I haven't. That's it. I'm just overlooking it. Overlooking it. No, I'm gonna tell you about it in a second. Okay, Capcom versus SNK 1. This collection, it began on here on the Dreamcast. That's the first one. This is the one that I'm used to. This is the one that's on the actual collection, Capcom vs SNK Pro. Now, also, Capcom vs. SNK 2. This came out on the Dreamcast as well. And also on the collection, you have Capcom vs. SNK EO. So I don't like the easy operation version. It kind of took some stuff out of the game. Then you also had Capcom Fighting Evolution, which is that was the original version of that. Now, you thought Upper was on PSP only. Now, wait a minute. Let me show you something. This is the one that's on PSP. Alpha Max. It's not the same game. It's actually a little bit different. But the thing about this game is actually it has more features in this game. I think it has more features than the upper version. I could be wrong. Now, this right here, if you look on the back, it doesn't have Alpha 3 upper. It only has Alpha 3. You have to you got to unlock Alpha 3 upper on this game. How you do that, you have to complete Alpha 3. Once you beat Alpha 3, you go back into the main menu. I think you hold down select or you hold down start, and then you press the X button or the A button to get into the game, and it'll automatically turn into Alpha 3 upper. But the one you're talking about is this one. This is Alpha 3 Max, which is a different version of upper. But a lot of people say this is the true definitive version outside of, you got Street Fighter Alpha 3 upper, you got Max, and you have the Saturn version of Street Fighter 03, which the Saturn version is very, very good. That's Street Fighter 03. This one, between these two, these are probably like the more definitive versions of the game outside of picking up the Capcom Fighting Collection. If you want, this game is very expensive. This game is probably like $300 something right now. I don't recommend picking up the Saturn version. I don't think you should do that. Yeah, babe. Okay, babe. He's still in this room? Okay. Yeah, what I was about to say. Yeah, this one is a very expensive version of Street Fighter 03, but this one has a lot of features in it. Like this, I think this has a little bit more features. It's probably got the most features in the game. I think this has the most characters. But you can play the version that's on the Capcom Fighting Collection 2. You could play it on here, but who wants to get a PS2 and unlock all of those, and do all that? Some people do. I love it. I love doing it. Now, you can buy the Power Stone collection. You can buy the Power Stone collection on PSP. So Power Stone is outside of the Dreamcast. Oh yeah, the DC version of Alpha 3. I have the DC version of Alpha 3 back there too, but it's missing the cover. Let me get it. The only problem with that is, I have it for the Dreamcast, but I don't have my case. My cover is missing, and I also have the PlayStation 1 version, which PlayStation 1 version is okay, but I'd rather play the Saturn or all these other versions that I have here. There's another version of Street Fighter Alpha 3. So I got a bunch of different copies of this game. And but I do love them. Project Justice. I do not have Project Justice. I do not have Star Gladiator or Plasma Sword. I do have, as I do have Capcom Fighting Evolution, which, yeah, I actually have this. Oh, thought I had an instruction manual with this, but I don't. But yeah, this game is like clearly the worst game of the series of the collection. And I was going to play it when I was live yesterday, but I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do this to myself. But at the end of the day, this is I bought it just for my collection because I do like Capcom fighting games, and that just goes back to show you like I love not only this collection, which I don't have a physical copy of this particular collection yet. I bought it on Steam. I got it on PC, so I don't have the collection yet, but physical. But I've been playing it. It is excellent. I highly recommend it, and I think anybody who loves Street Fighter games, this is a must buy. And it's actually only $39.99, which I think that is a deal. Because some of these games nowadays, with all 6 of these games, and some of these games are extremely expensive to buy on the Dreamcast, or like say if you want to buy Power Stone 1 or 2, or even Project Justice, it's probably they're very expensive, especially the American version of these games. They're pretty expensive. Project Justice for the Dreamcast, the US version is over $100. So to get these games at a decent price for $39.99 is an absolute steal. I don't even want to know how much. I think I need to. Well, I don't want to pull up and just go through prices, but these games are expensive, and to get them for $39, they could have sold this for $70. Speaking of $70 and $80 games, they could have easily sold this for $80 because of the fact that how rare these games are and how sought after these games are. Kind of like the Marvel vs. Capcom collection that came out, last year. That collection could have been over $100 just because of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 alone. And if you go out and look for the game, that game has that collection has gone up in price to where that game is almost the same price as a brand new Nintendo Switch game, Nintendo Switch 2 game. I think it's like almost an $80 game now. So it's really amazing of the service that they're giving us. They're doing a very good job of giving us these games at this price. I mean, you talk about a deal, like nowadays, a lot of companies don't want to give you a deal. They want to put these prices up at pretty high levels. They want $80 games now. This game is half of that price, and you're getting 6 excellent games where, to be honest, you can't get these anywhere else outside of the PS4, Xbox, Steam. Or it's also on the Switch. But if you look at the type of games that you're getting games that are rare and pretty expensive. So I love I don't know what they're going to do next, but I love the fact that they've done this, that they put these games out in this fashion. I mean, I think this is pretty much a steal, One more thing, I'm gonna pull up another game real quick before I get to. I'm gonna pull up some more games before I get to the Doom Dark Ages. So eventually, I'm going to get Capcom Fighting Collection 2. I'm going to have that in my collection as well. But right now, I got the main 3, so the first 3 so far. So I have Capcom Fighting Collection 1, which this one is going up in price as well because this one has Cyberbot, Red Earth, and I'll just say just those 2 games, Cyberbots and Red Earth. Those 2 games I don't think they were ever released in the States. So this is starting to be sought after a little bit. Then you got the Marvel's Capcom collection. Excuse me. Where this has like all the Versus series games up until Marvel's Capcom 2. And Marvel's Capcom 2 was basically locked away on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 and the Dreamcast. Those are the only places you could play it legally. And now you have another physical copy of the game. And the Street Fighter collection. Who can forget about this? I don't want to forget about this. This has 12 games on it. 12 games on it. And at the time, this was like $39.99 for 12 games. You're paying what, like less than $4 a game? So these are like, this is like fan service, man. I mean, this is like the best deal you can get in fighting games. This is almost basically like my entire childhood, or I would say my college days when I was in college playing these games. You know, I remember playing all of these. So kudos to Capcom. I think they did a fantastic job putting these out. I'm really enjoying the collection. I will be playing more of it today. We'll be playing more of it, probably putting it on the stream. So we'll be streaming probably some more of that today. I don't know. I may just stream another one. But I've had a lot of fun playing that. Now, let's jump over to the Dark Ages. Doom the Dark Ages, I played like the first chapter and a half. I haven't really been able to get into the game as much, but I will be sometime today or tomorrow. I will be getting more in depth in that game. I'll probably be, I think it's like 22 chapters in the game. I'm probably going to push myself and try to get through at least 8 to 10 chapters by the end of the weekend. So I should have by up to chapter 10, have it halfway done. This is a great game. I think the only down part of the game, I'll get into that in a second. The game is very good mechanically, has pretty good mechanics. Even all right, I'm back. All right. My son just walked in and he had no clothes on. I'm like, wait a minute, what are you doing? Nevertheless, all right, let's go ahead and get into this. Where was I? I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Doom. Doom was a situation where, I mean, not a situation, but it's a game that I've been playing, and I like the first chapter. Went through and found some secrets, but I think mechanically, I think the game is basically made for mouse and keyboard. That's just my thoughts on the opinion. I think the game will just be built for mouse and keyboard. And at the end of the day, I feel that if you want to play this game, you should play it on PC. That's just my opinion. I think that this is a game that is probably built for PC, but Doom has always been that way. The controls on the game are pretty solid, but I just think at the end of the day, if you really was to play this game the way that you would want to, you knock yourself out. But I think it's built more for mouse and keyboard. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I just think that. But I just think at the end of the day, I think you will probably have a good time either way. But to the way I look at it, it seems like it's just more built for mouse and keyboard. And I think that's the main thing that really should be more considered. But I'm not sure. But I haven't got into the story too much yet. But I do like the fact that there are humans in the game. Because I think most of the Doom games I play, I haven't played Doom Eternal, but most of the Dooms I played, they didn't have like Doom, characters and storylines or whatever to that extent. So that's another good thing. And I like some of the weapons as well. So far, you start off with a shotgun and you start getting the other weapons or whatever. And it's pretty good. One thing I will say, I feel that these are the type of games that we need. And it's kind of unfortunate that this game is not necessarily selling that well. But I don't really care about the sales. If the game is good, I'm going to play it. And I just give my thoughts and opinions on how well the game is selling. And I don't know how well the game is played. I mean, the selling part is beyond my control. I can care less. But the Steam numbers aren't that good. I think they're like at 30,000, which I thought it'd be a little bit more than that. But it's pretty cool. But I'm more of the sense that I think everybody should give it a chance and they should play it because to me, I think it's a really good game. I think Metacritic is like 85. I can't say exactly what I think it should be at this point because I'm more of the um, fact that I have to play more to give it a grade. And I don't necessarily give games a grade anyway, but I do feel that this game is really good and you should play it. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. I think this is a game that you should play, and I think you would have fun with it. I really think you would. So at the end of the day, highly recommend it. I already said that on my post earlier this week. I've been playing a lot of it, and I think that the game itself is going to have I think it's going to catch a lot of steam later. I don't think there's going to be too many people looking at this like, well, I think the game is this, that, and the third, and then you turn right back around, and people are going to have revisionist history, and they're going to be playing more of this game. I just think that's just how it is. So, with that being said, I guess I can get into the gaming turnaround. I think that these games nowadays, I think these games nowadays are pretty much on a point to where the last few months we've been getting some pretty good games. I think the last game that did not come out too well was Assassin's Creed Shadows. Some people say it was a pretty good game, but I don't know, man. I didn't play it. I had a friend of mine who played it. He said he liked it, you know, but for the majority, a lot of people not giving these games that much of praise. But then you turn around, you have Expedition 33 come out, you have the Capcom Fighting Collection, and Doom Dark Ages, MLB The Show 25. You had some games that come out that people are actually liking and they're playing. I don't know how much of a turnaround this is going to be, how long it's going to last, but I will say there are a lot of games here that are actually doing pretty well as far as quality. And that's something that you really can't say nowadays. Like some of these games that come out now, they're just not that good. They just don't really, fit the bill when it comes to actually playing these games or actually having fun, enjoying yourself. I mean, you got this game like Marathon is about to come out. People are scratching their head about that. I'll see some people even go back to play Helldivers 2, which that's not a bad game. I'm looking over here on Twitch just to see what people are playing. Some game called, those are mobile games. I'm not going there. Is there, okay, they're just talking about games I think I like. I'm not going to go into all of that, but there's a lot of games that are here that you can play and actually have a pretty good time, and that's something that's, really, you really haven't seen much of as of late. A lot of people go back to older games, and that's what the thing is now. A lot of people go back to older games when it comes back to, what's the thing called? The retro side of things, or playing games that are like 4, 5, 6 years ago, and they're playing those. Not too many new games are being played. So this is why I say it's turning around a bit, because the last 3 games or 4 games that I've been playing, they're fairly new. I mean, I've been playing South at Midnight. I'm playing Doom. I'm playing Capcom Fighting Collection, which is technically not a new game. And I'm about to start Expedition 33. Also, Oblivion, which technically not a new game, that was remastered, and people are playing that. And a lot of people want those type of games again. Like they want the RPGs of that era, or the Expedition 33 type of RPG, or it's just those type of games are sought after. People want those games. But when you go on Twitch right now, people are still playing some of those older games still. Elden Ring, Call of Duty Warzone, Dead by Daylight, Overwatch, Cyberpunk, Doom. People are still playing Doom Eternal, believe it or not. Last of Us Remastered. Trying to think anything else that I recognize. A lot of these other games I do recognize, but I don't too much care. FC 25, Street Fighter 6, which is still a pretty solid game. What was that? Oh, I just overlooked Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. What's that, son? You don't like Street Fighter 6? Oh, you do? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I know you like playing as Akuma. That's true. Yep. Yep. So there are, a lot of these games that are out here, and I know Steam is not Steam, but I know that Twitch is not like direct area to actually look and see who's playing what. But you do have these type of, people that are watching it, and that means something as well. So I just feel at the end of the day, we are in a pretty good spot when it comes to these games. And I think this is something that we need to really look more into when it comes to actually, you know, finding games to play. I do think Twitch is a really good start to actually find games that you may never even knew about. Because in some cases, some people are playing games over there, even on YouTube. They're playing games that you may not know about and never heard about, or you're probably curious about. You watch them play it live, and then hey, you may want to play it. So that's a pretty good plus as well. But I'm thinking anything else I could cover because I did not think I was gonna go live that long because of the fact that I started late. I usually start like 9:30, 10 o'clock. But 9:30, but I started at 10 because of that whole situation. But I'm trying to think. I don't know. I think I covered pretty much everything. Let's look. I know what I can do. What something that let me see. I want to look at this fight that I had. Where's my content? Okay. Let me see. Where am I? Channel. Okay. Should I pull this up? Where's my VOD? Nah, that's okay. I can pull that up. At the end of the day, I do feel that gaming is in a good space. I feel like gaming is in a good space, and it's pretty much straight to the point. Like what I was saying, like if you have a handful of games out now that are new, that are actually pretty solid, I think gaming is in a good space. I don't think we had a situation where gaming has been in a solid space with current games in a long time. Most of the time when I say gaming is in a good space, it's like, look, you can go and pick up pretty much anything and play those games and just have a good time. It doesn't really matter if it's old or new. You always have something to play if you are a gamer. You always have something to play. But now we're getting back, and I don't know how long this is going to last, but we're in a space now where there are new games that are actually pretty solid. These are new games that are actually pretty solid to play, and you don't have to worry about playing something that's old or playing something that you knew about already. It's new experiences. Even with the Capcom Fighting Collection, a lot of people may never played Power Stone. A lot of people may never played Star Gladiator. Some people may never even played Capcom vs. SNK Pro. Hell, some people may not even play any of the games that's on that collection. So it's new to them. Unlike the other collection, like Marvel's Capcom collection, I think the majority of gamers that in the fighting world have played that game, played all of those games, even the Punisher. But this particular collection, they had a handful of obscure games that you never really played. So even I think this is one of the reasons why the Capcom Fighting Collection, the first one, is actually pretty sought after because they have games on there where some people never played or they just want to play, like a Cyberbots or Red Earth. Like Red Earth is a game that I've been wanting to play like forever, but Red Earth that never had a console release period. So if you're over here in the States, the only way you played Red Earth, you literally had to play it on an emulator or something. There's no way that you could have or if you had a super gun or something, and those are pretty rare to find a super gun or Red Earth. So even with those games are actually pretty solid, and people want them. You look at Doom: The Dark Ages, though that game is a pretty good hack and slash, rip and tear first person shooter where you are actually, feeling like you're a badass in the game. You're killing everything, you're taking everything out. And for me, it's one of the type of games I love to play because I used to play I used to play even on this channel, YouTube channel. I have a playlist of the Doom 3 game and Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil, which I need to finish Resurrection of Evil. I will be finishing that at some time and put it on the playlist because I'm a big fan of Doom. And Doom is one of those games where I could play pretty much all day. And I will definitely be finishing that up on live stream as well at some point. But when you look at these two topics, the gaming space is, I think as a whole, it's really good. You don't have to worry about, oh man, I got to go back to my PS3 or I got to go back to, any other retro console. I even have to go to a game on the PS4 or the PS5 that I missed. Like these are new games that are out now that you can play, and they're actually pretty solid. And that at the end of the day, that's where how gaming thrives, where you have a mix between both. Like you may have some games that's in your back catalog that you missed, but you still have new games to play at the same time. One without the other it kind of sucks. Like I know people who play games they're caught up on all their games. They played all the new games and they're good. And they played every game that's been out so far because they just play them and play them. They don't have nothing to play. So they have a lot of games on their console and they're just staring at them. Or it could be a situation where you played all the games and, well, you don't have a backlog. Well, that's what I just said in the beginning. Or you have the backlog and you're playing all these older games and you don't have any other new games to look forward to because there's just nothing out there. So that is the gist of it, where it's either one or the other. Now you have both. And we have both that you can go back and forth. You're gonna have a healthy gaming, experience. You can I can play Doom, our Dark Ages right now, and then I can go back and play something on my PS3. Or I could turn around and play Capcom Fighting Collection, where I haven't played, Capcom vs. SNK Pro, but then I could turn right back around and I could play the original one just because I want to, for comparison. So it's a good space to be in, and I'm really enjoying the fact that we're here, and I think this is something that we hopefully we can continue to have, because this is a really good moment in gaming. Now, what I'm gonna do going forward, I'm gonna go ahead and finish Dark Ages. I'm gonna probably play that when I get off this stream. And that's a game that I'm not live streaming. That's a game that I don't want to focus in on, actually play, explore. And everybody else is kind of like streaming that game as well. So I don't want to be too saturated with it. Not too many people are actually streaming Capcom Fighting Collection 2. I haven't seen that many people do it. But I decided to do that because I just love fighting games. So I did that, and that was awesome. South of Midnight, I need to finish that as well. So that's 3 games that I'm playing. And also Oblivion. I bought the regular version of Oblivion on the Xbox 360, but I heard the Game of the Year edition is actually, it has all the DLC on the disc, but I don't know if they have. Let me see. Okay, so they do have the Game of the Year edition on. Oh, they even have an Xbox One, Xbox 360 version. Okay, so I could get it on 360 as well. So I may end up getting it on 360, the Game of the Year edition, because I got the regular edition. I don't have the Game of the Year, but I want the DLC. It has the main game and the 2 expansion packs. But I do wonder. Let me look at this. I wonder. Let me look at this. Let me put this on the screen so y'all can see this. Okay, so that not that one. Not that one. I don't want to show that one. I want to show this one. Yeah, this one. Okay. So this is the Game of the Year edition. Is it all on one disc? Cause see, this has Oblivion, it has Knights of the Nine, and it also has Shivering Owls. This is the Japanese version. I don't want that. I don't want the Japanese version. I don't want the Japanese version. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Show the back of it. Here we go. Yeah, see, it has Oblivion, Knights of the Nine, and it also has Shivering Owls. Okay, that's what I wanted to see right there. So it has two discs. So the PS3 version will have both discs. Will have one disc in it. I already know that because this game here, this game the games on the 360 wasn't able to hold everything. But I know the PS3. It doesn't matter. I'll probably end up getting both of them. Well, I'll probably just get this one, not both of them, because I want it with all the DLC. And I don't think the one I have. I wonder if it'll pull up the Game of the Year edition if I was to do the regular one. I don't know. What are you doing, son? Oh, come over here with that. Don't do that. Come over here. Come over here. You can bring your chair over, but don't do that over there. Crazy. But I'm gonna look and see what I'm gonna do. Hard drive required. What I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it in my Xbox Series and see if I get the Game of the Year edition. Because if that's the case, I wouldn't buy it, but I want this. I want the physical copy. I want the entire copy of that, and that's one of the reasons why I want to have that. But I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm definitely going to stream probably later on. I don't know what I'm gonna stream yet, but definitely going to stream something. Probably finish up on Doom, the Resurrection of Evil. Probably finish that because I do need to finish that. It just depends. I don't know, but I'll be streaming. Hopefully, you guys come through. I'm going to get up out of here. I'm gonna spend some time with my son, play some games, whatever the case may be. Thanks everybody who came through. Star Group, appreciate you, and everybody else who come through. Hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Shout out to everybody on Twitch as well. And I'll see y'all on the next one. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy. I am out. Y'all be blessed. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.